Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be telling you the reality of what it's actually like being a model. So if you guys didn't know, London Fashion Week was 2 weeks ago now. Fashion Week is definitely not for the weak. It's not for the faint-hearted. From the model's perspective, Fashion Week is like 2 weeks because there's the week of casting and the week of the actual shows. When it comes to castings, you could have 1 casting a day or 7 castings a day. Castings are incredibly unpredictable. I've had castings where I've queued for 5 minutes and castings where I've queued for 3 hours, and that's not even an exaggeration. 3 hours. 3 hours outside in the cold, so you're literally all just standing there shivering in heels, in skirts. And I'm not trying to come across ungrateful because it's such a big opportunity and not everyone, well, majority of people can't do Fashion Week. So I'm very, very grateful to be able to partake in it. But that's not to say that it is the most fun or the most enjoyable experience, because it's definitely not. I even went to one casting and all the gowns, oh my goodness, the dresses looked so gorgeous. They were all different materials. Some were satin, some had like a corset and lace. It looked spectacular. But as I was in the queue, they handed one guy these boxes to put on, and on the back it said Lucifer. I stood there shocked. So I'm looking at this thinking, does this say Lucifer or am I dreaming this? Because also I'm severely dyslexic, so I'm like, maybe I'm not reading this right, like I might be going crazy, but I'm telling you, it said Lucifer. And then afterwards I checked the show's Instagram and yeah, it said Lucifer and had all different prints of like demons. Also, when I finished walking through those casting directors, I heard them say to each other, yeah, she's too short. But then I was like, what's the point then? Because they requested for me to come. You knew my height, you knew my measurements. What do you mean I'm too short? Why did you request for me to come in the first place? And honestly, that was a very bad experience because I had to queue outside for like an hour in the cold, in like this alleyway. It was not good at all. This was for another casting. I don't know whose fault this was, so I'm not blaming anyone. But I was given the wrong address. So I was literally going up and down central London. To say the least, it was a very dangerous area, which I'd never been. And I was running up and down it trying to find this casting. And that casting also wasn't the most enjoyable because I had to wait an hour in the waiting room, but I was glad because at least I was warm, so I didn't mind having to wait the hour. And then when it was finally time for me to walk, the lady said to me, you can walk now, but she's still walking up to her desk, so I waited for her to sit down so she could watch me walk. As she sat down, I began walking and then I saw her go on her laptop. I was very upset that day because not only did I have to run up and down, have to wait for an hour, and then for her to not even watch my walk, I was not happy in the slightest. A lot of the time with casting directors, I feel like they've made their decision by just looking at me. Before I've been able to do my walk, before they've even taken a photo of me, they've made their decision. You requested me. Makes no sense. It's not like I can work on anything, because if they saw my walk and thought her walk's not the strongest, I don't want to book her, fair enough then, I'd practice my walk. But it's like they look at me and they're like, we don't want her. What do you want me to do? There's literally nothing I can do. I don't know what it is. It could be my height, but also I'm 5'9" and I'm in heels on top of that, so I'm quite tall. I mean, it could be my physique. In these castings, usually they're a lot skinnier than me, and I'm already very skinny. And these people are a lot skinnier, so maybe that has something to do with it. With that, honestly, I'm not going to do anything to change that. Body's tea, so yeah, I don't plan on losing any weight. One thing I will take as a positive from that casting, everyone there had flown in from all different countries. It was not just London, it was not local. They were all 25, 26 years old, so way older than me. I'm 16, if you're wondering. I turned 17 in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I'm so excited. A lot of them didn't speak English, some did, and some were like, yeah, I've been doing this for 7 years. And I was like, because I've been modeling for 6 years, but they've been doing Fashion Week for 7 years. It was definitely a compliment to be requested for that casting because they were looking for international beauty. So other than the fact they didn't like me and they barely watched me walk, another thing that isn't spoken very much about is that models aren't the kindest, especially in Fashion Week. I'd say in commercial modeling, you're likely to make a friend. Fashion Week, majority of them are quite rude and standoffish, and I think it's because they're so desperate for the job. I know it sounds quite bad, but like they're so desperate, they see you as competition, they don't even want to make friends with you, which makes no sense because whether I'm your friend or not won't make the casting director change their decision on who they book. So I made 2 friends, but one was at like a Fashion Week event and one was actually during Fashion Week. And yeah, that says a lot because at commercial castings, I make like 3 or 4 friends per casting, and throughout that whole week of castings, I made 1. I actually really like commercial castings because usually afterwards, like you make a friend, walk to the tube with them, and yeah, it's a lot more enjoyable. Fashion Week castings, no. No. So if you don't know what commercial modeling is, that's like campaigns and e-commerce, like what you see on websites, homepages, whereas Fashion Week is about runway. Also, wait, why is it out of focus? This is just my experience, so if you're planning on becoming a model, this might not happen to you, but it's definitely something to consider and expect. Every model friend that I've made, like in my agency or at model events, they all say this is what happened to them as well. I'm very, very lucky to be in the position I'm in, to be this tall, to be this skinny, to have like a model-esque face. So I'm very lucky to be in that position. I might as well partake in Fashion Week, because then it'd be a waste of jeans. It's like being 7 foot tall and not training to be a basketball player. Like, it's a waste of those jeans. So that's why I'm doing it, because the majority of people can't do it. So why would I waste this amazing opportunity being handed to me? Because I've had people tell me like, oh, I always wanted to be a model, and they kind of like regret it or feel quite sad about it. Don't feel sad. There's many other great things. Modeling's not all that it seems. It's very far from it. You're not missing out on anything. It's not glamorous. I just wanted to tell you guys my London Fashion Week experience. Obviously throughout this video, if I can be bothered, I'll play videos of what happened during London Fashion Week. That's if I can be bothered, because yeah, can't really be bothered.